Hello, folks. Well, it's January the 1st in the year 2024. Have high hopes for a better year to come, but low expectations. This is Don, the Piney Woods Prepper. And I have been giving a lot of thought to starting a YouTube channel, do some videos about some things that interest me. I will cover things on prepping, as since I'm a prepper. Also a homesteader, and so I'll cover a little bit about homesteading. I'll cover a little bit about a very little bit about maybe survival and bushcraft type stuff. Maybe a little bit about current events. Anyway, I just wanted to get out here and, well, mainly, we just finished lunch. New Year's Day lunch. Ham, black-eyed peas, mac and cheese, steamed cabbage, and cornbread. And I ate it all, a lot of it. I had to get out here and walk some of it off. I thought I'd just do a little walk and talk, introduce myself and my channel. I won't post this probably for a few days because I really haven't even set up my channel on YouTube. I'm going to have to do that, and in order to do that, I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. I'm not a super technical, computer literate type guy, so it'll probably be a struggle, but that's okay. I might figure it out. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is in the area of prepping, and basically the question, why am I a prepper? What's the purpose? Well, in short, the purpose is to survive when things go south. It's kind of like my hopes for the coming year. I have high hopes that nothing will happen, but low expectations. There's just too much going on in the world today. Something's bound to give, but we'll see. I know the Lord's watching out for us, and His will is going to be done. So we can hope for the best and pray for the best. Well, why am I a prepper? And Are you a prepper? Some of you will say, yes, you're a prepper, and some of you say, no. I don't think anything's going to happen. Well, here's a question for you. Why do you have car insurance? I mean, you don't intend to wreck your car or to get it damaged or stolen, but yet you carry automobile insurance. You have health insurance, no doubt. You don't anticipate needing to use it and getting sick, but you still carry it. You have life insurance. So, in a sense, I guess that makes you a prepper on some level. Now, the next question is, how many of you have a flashlight in a drawer somewhere in your house, or some candles, or maybe a generator for when the power goes out? Well, if you have any of that, that makes you a prepper on another level. Now taking it up another notch. What about the possibility of a financial collapse? The dollar is precarious right now. Its value is decreasing. The electrical grid is on a wing and a prayer, and there's just more and more pressure on our electrical grid, and at some point it might fail. And if that happens, Lord help us. I like my air conditioning. I like my heat. I like my lights. I use a CPAP machine to breathe at night when I'm in bed. I'm not saying it's a matter of life and death, but it certainly will be uncomfortable if I don't have it to use. Well, here we are at the barn, such as it is. It's a mess. This spring, I think I'm gonna get in here and try to do some reorganizing and get it situated where things are easier to find and get to. I have a lot of stuff. I'm not quite to the point of being a hoarder, but I have a lot of stuff. I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, back to prepping. Several years ago, and for most of my life, we lived in town, in a neighborhood, and I'm a country boy at heart. spent a few years of my childhood out in the country, and I loved it. But, you know, things happen. You have to earn a living. And so I lived in town. Didn't much care for it, but I lived in town. But after I retired, I decided I was going to look for a place out of town. And it just so happens that our daughter and son-in-law own a ranch here in East Texas, hence the Piney Woods. And so we would come up and visit, and we really enjoyed the country up here. So we started looking around for a place and found a couple of acres, nice little house. And so we moved up here. That was my first adventure getting out of the city. We had a hurricane come through, Hurricane Ike, several years ago, and it came directly over us. And it was a Category 3 when it came over. The best way I can describe the wind is that it was violent, just violent. And we were without power for a couple of weeks. And it was, of course, after a hurricane, it was hot and humid and just miserable. We had family that lived up in the Austin area, so we went up, spent a little time with them until the power came back on, and then we came back. But that got me to thinking that I needed to be better prepared, because I wasn't at all prepared. So I became a prepper. And I've been prepping ever since. So that elevated me to several levels above having a flashlight in a drawer. There's my garden spot. Of course, nothing growing in it now in the dead of winter, but in a few months, we'll start working it and getting it going again. Of course, we walked out there by the pond. I like my little pond. It's stocked, got catfish in it. Catfish and some crappie, some little perch, and some turtles. So I have my fish, I have my garden. You might have heard a old dog, my rooster, crowing a while ago. We had chickens, get plenty of eggs. We have cows here on the ranch, small herd, about 30 head. And so we, you know, things go south, we got something to eat. We We can some of our garden vegetables. Didn't really can anything this past summer because the heat was brutal this past summer, and we just didn't have anything to can. But we still have a few jars of some purple hull peas and some green beans. I think that may be about all we have left. But we have, you know, regular store-bought canned goods. I have some long-term freeze-dried food that is strictly for an emergency when everything else runs out. Anyway, I'm much better prepared than when I was when Hurricane Ike came through. There's my girls and old dog. He's a good rooster. He watches over these hens, and he clucks when calls them when there's something to eat. He warns them when a hawk flies over. But we'll look at the chickens at another time. We're probably running kind of long, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. But I just wanted to introduce myself and talk a little bit about what I'd like to do with this channel. So if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I'll appreciate it, and I will make every attempt to read and respond to every comment, positive or negative. So with that, I'll get out of here. I'll say Happy New Year to y'all, and definitely hope that we have a better year than we had last year. Take care. God bless. This is the Piney Woods Prepper saying so long.